I'm Freya.
And I'm Nick.
And you're listening to Humaning with a Difference.
Oh, so can I ask what made you want to work at Hotel Etico, or why did you come to Hotel Etico?
I came to Hotel Etico after a long career with Rugby Union Australia as a bit of a career change, and after 6.5 years of working there, I really thought it was a good career opportunity, gain new skills, etc.
Amazing. And what kind of new skills have you gained?
Just like people skills. I'm a people person, mainly in the restaurant fairways down here at Lura Gardens and up at Mount Victoria. I got to know introduce myself to some of the locals up here and make rapport with the customers here.
Oh, that's amazing. It's so good to be able to have good connection and rapport with people, isn't it? In the community.
And as I will mention again, I thought my skill set of one of them being I can speak a few foreign languages, so that helps. Also helps in this sort of industry if you can speak a few foreign languages to get by, and all the rest sorts itself out, really.
What languages do you speak, Harry?
French, Spanish and Italian.
Wow, that is a lot of languages. That's really cool.
But yeah, I study a lot of other languages as a hobby in my free time.
Wow, so what other languages are you studying?
At the moment, interested in Chinese, Thai, a bit of Korean.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I started with French, Spanish and Italian.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So good for the hotel industry.
Yeah, and I thought it worked well here, and see how it goes.
Yeah.
And how many days of the week are you here?
2 nights a week.
2 nights a week?
Yes. So I catch a train up here. It's a 2.5 hour journey, sometimes 2. So I'm coming from the eastern suburbs in Sydney, so that's why it takes so long. But there's some people who just live around the corner from here.
Yes, that is a bit of a trip.
I think they call it dedication, Harry.
Yeah.
And what's one thing you've learned through Etico? I know you've sort of already talked about things, but is there anything else that you want to say about that?
How people live. Like, I've been surprised every time about the different living habits of my fellow trainees. So it's been an eye-opener for me.
Yeah, cool. Well, it's really interesting how different people live, isn't it? It's fascinating.
Yeah, and sometimes I get called the princess around here, so...
Tell us more about that.
Yeah,
Harry.
say more.
Look, sometimes because I'm representative in both rugby referee and rugby union refereeing and basketball, I sort of have to keep some of the food to my dietary standards or what I think I should be eating. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yes, I can relate. Yeah. But I imagine the sport as well, your interest and experience in sport, like your career in sport, is going to be really helpful in the hotel industry as well.
Yeah, so especially with my refereeing, that would help because conflict resolution is always a thing that goes on in hospitality.
Yes, absolutely. Wow, gosh, that's so cool that you're bringing so many skills to this training. And
I feel like it's a way to move on through adversity. Look, it's not easy. I won't lie, there's some days that I find a bit challenging, but it's all character building, I suppose.
What do you find most challenging for you, Harry?
Making the beds to the standard they want is the challenging part, because there's a certain type of corner that we have to do called a hospital corner, and it's a bit challenging for me because my dexterity is sometimes not the best. And my fine motor skills are as a result of me having an intellectual disability. So
yeah. And when you are feeling challenged or when it's not easy, what do you do to sort of keep going or stay sort of happy about being here and doing it?
I plan more holidays. I'm a traveller. I like travelling. I've like enough to experience most parts of the world. Next year I get to represent Australia in basketball in Chile, Santiago.
Oh,
Wow.
With Special Olympics. So, but yeah, the first things on the board for me is to go down to Melbourne and captain New South Wales to the best of my ability.
Wow, that's amazing. God.
and besides your wonderful possibility with sport, do you have any other long-term goal that you would like to think in time you would like to do?
Look, I thought about a lot of things. Nothing's set in stone, but at this stage I'm open to any possibility. I've been researching on things that I could possibly do potentially after I graduate here.
It sounds
Amazing.
like it's really, it's given you great confidence and building your ability to believe in yourself. Would that be true?
Yeah, to an extent, but there's some times where the confidence is lacking because I may not have the skill as Hotel Etico has provided so many opportunities for me and have given me some in return. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, amazing. And what would you want other people to know about Hotel Etico?
Look, that it's an inclusive space, and if you want to join the team, we're very welcome for anyone to join the team, and whether it's trainee, support worker, those sort of things. We're getting new people all the time and people graduating all the time. So it's very good that we have a lot of different people on the roster here at Hotel Etico, and I've really enjoyed my time so far here.
And what a wonderful way to finish our interview with you, and to congratulate you on the tremendous dedication and commitment and honesty. And you're, in my mind, you're a tremendous role model for so many people, and I'm sure you will help so many people into the future.
Yeah, and I also, with my other career in Hotel Etico, I help out with Sydney University, just casually part-time, in their they've got a department there called CDS, which is Centre for Disability Studies, and they help people. They run a program called Unity Beyond, which is for people mainly with intellectual disability to attend Sydney University for 2 years.
Wow.
Fully paid by the government.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Good on you.
So I really like that job. My boss is amazing there, and they helped me get here.
That's amazing. How incredible.
So yeah, they recommended I come here, and because I said to them, look, I'm potentially career in hospitality would be up my alley. So thank you for interviewing me today, and I'm very grateful that I had the experience to be interviewed.
Oh, it's been wonderful.
It has.
Yeah, no, I'm really grateful to have talked to you as well. And I'm going to keep an eye out for you at the Olympics
Absolutely.
next year, basketball.
Yeah, hopefully. The World Games is something that very few people get to represent, and I'm hopefully going to be the next one.
Amazing. I'll definitely keep an eye out. I feel very honoured to have met you.
Definitely. A star in the making.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so
Thanks,
much. All right. So why did you decide to come to Hotel Etico?
Well, to learn the new skills, learn how to do the independent living.
Oh,
Nice.
that's very cool. And how's it going?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you enjoying about it, Jacob?
Well, I like the restaurant, like interacting with the customers.
That's cool. And what's something you've learnt while at Hotel Etico?
Do the stuff in the restaurant. So in the morning, we gotta put all the hot food and the stuff out. The cleaning process after the stuff we gotta do before the service starts.
Yeah, cool. It
Yeah.
sounds like really good work. Like lots of skills in that.
Yeah.
And how long have you been training and so far?
That will be a couple of weeks.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, so you're just pretty new.
About 2 months.
Yeah,
Wow.
cool. That's really cool. And what do you love about it?
Get to meet new people and interact with other people you normally wouldn't interact with.
Yeah, that's really cool because it seems like there's lots of really nice people doing the training and And friends are important, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy working with the other people who have disability, and
Yeah.
what do you enjoy about that part of?
Seeing how they would do things, like obviously everyone would do things differently.
Yeah, no, it's really cool to learn how different people do things, isn't it?
Yeah.
And everyone has their own stuff. So what would you want other people to know about Hotel Etico?
That Etico would support people that there's the support program who can help people with like work, like not people who can't do it by themselves.
Yeah. It's so important.
And Jacob, looking ahead into the future, after your training's finished and you've learnt your skills, is there an organisation that you think you would like to work for? Like one that you think, oh my goodness, I'd really love to work with that organisation, if I could.
Yeah, I haven't exactly thought about that stuff yet.
Not yet?
Yeah.
That's cool. I reckon I'd be pretty happy being at Etico.
I'd
be like, oh,
Yeah.
this is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you so much for talking to us,
so.
Jacob.
That's
Is there
all right.
anything else you want to say or you want us to know?
Not that I can think of, no.
Okay, cool. All right.
Thank you so much.
That's all right.
much. Really appreciate your time and
Thank
sharing
you.
your experience.
And all the very best, Jacob. Very
Yeah,
committed.
yeah, and it sounds like such interesting work. Like you get to do lots of different things. All right, well, you have a great day.
So we're literally in Lura, in the Blue Mountains, and it's my pleasure to welcome Andrea to speak with us today, and to speak about disability, but more importantly around the great work and what happens at Etico. So, Andrea, welcome, and it's a wonderful opportunity to hear from you and to catch up. We've been friends for a long time and known each other. We've been on board together, and to hear your story and the work that you're involved with.
Thank you, Nick, and welcome to you as well to Hotel Etico, and welcome to Freya. It was really nice to have you reach out and let us share a little bit of our story.
Yeah, and I thought I'd start with the question around what first connected you with disability and the disability community.
Yes, it's an interesting question. I came to Australia in 1995 after graduating from university in Italy and funding an Australian wife and moving to Australia. And then I started working in the not-for-profit sector in a general way and worked my way up through the ranks in different organizations. Originally, for many years, I haven't really had much to do with disability. We were more working around the aged care, mental health, youth, and other sort of ethno-specific type of services within the Italian community. Then eventually became the CEO of the organization, was there for a long time, and then moved on to other roles. And I was on the board of New Horizons Enterprises, a large disability organization, for a number of years. Got involved with Achilles, being a runner, and that's the board that Nick were referring to as well. From a personal point of view, I have a story that I always like to bring up when we talk about Etico, which is one of my best friends in primary school in Italy, back in mid-70s, was a young boy by the name of Andrea, like me.
Yeah.
Very common name in Italy, who had Down syndrome. And at the time, Down syndrome was probably one of the most visible and known disability, but not necessarily understood. And, life expectancy was much lower, integration didn't much exist. But in Italy at the time, they were already quite advanced about integration of people with disability in mainstream schools. And somehow Andrea and I connected quite deeply, and he was a challenging young boy, and he didn't have many friends, but somehow him and I just clicked. And so then, time goes, and Andrea actually passed away very young in his early 20s, and then I came to Australia, and so it became just a memory. But when the model of Hotel Etico was put to me, because it's a model that was born in Italy itself about 10 years ago, somehow it just reignited that memory and gave me an extra reason for somehow doing what I'm doing now. And then I just loved the model. And over the last, say, 10 years, I think I can claim that I've become part of the disability community from my own perspective. Etico means ethical in Italian.
Oh, okay.
But what it stems from is that a young man by the name of Niccolò, a young man with Down syndrome in Italy, approached a chef by the name of Chef Antonio in Asti, northern Italy, for a job about 10, 15 years ago, and Antonio didn't know what to do or, never worked with anyone with disability, but somehow his creative streak of a chef sort of gave him the impetus to give him a chance. And then they just fell in love with each other, and the story of Hotel Etico was born. So Etico, it means ethical. So but it's now a fairly strong brand in Italy. There are 8 hotels that bear the name of Hotel Etico in different towns. There's one in Albania, there's one in South America and Argentina, and we're the first one in Australia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yes.
And I did have a little question as well. You said that you feel now that you can definitely claim you're part of disability community. And I just sparked a question for me, like, what do you love about being part of disability community? It sounds like you're proud that that's something you've sort of earned.
I am, yeah. I mean, and to be honest, I often feel like, am I entitled to say that? Because, the concept of lived experience is a fairly important one. And so I somehow always feel a little bit sort of behind myself in being able to claim that. But I think I'm proud of what I've done. What it feels like, what I've learned, and is the immense diversity that there is. You meet one person with disability, you've met one person with disability. It's not like a common thing. So we mostly work with people with intellectual disability at Hotel Etico, even though we've had some trainees with physical disability, but we specialize mostly on intellectual disability. And intellectual disability is one of the, areas of disability that finds it even harder to find employment. People don't know what to do when it comes to intellectual disability. They find it challenging. They find that often it's invisible, so you don't know that a person has a disability. And I think we are making great inroads in the industry, in the hospitality industry, in the hotel industry about it. We work on the demand side rather than just on the supply side. So we're very cognizant of the fact that we can train people till the cows come home, but unless there's jobs available, no one's going to give them a chance. And so I think we've been very good at recognizing that and being out there and creating a market which then works. So I don't know if I've answered your questions, but what I've learned is that you need to listen. You need to understand, and you can't make assumptions about what the challenges are. And I think we learn as much as they learn from the experience about disability.
And Andrea, I was going to ask you the question around what's the biggest challenge that faces the Etico enterprise?
Probably the biggest challenge is money, as usual. It is a very complex model. We made it very difficult for ourselves in so far as we are not just focusing on work. For us, work is a very important element of inclusion and being included in society, but we've soon realized, building on the Italian Hotel Etico model, that especially for people with intellectual disability, for young people with intellectual disability, work skills need to be developed alongside life skills. And so because of that, we don't just train them in hospitality work skills, but we train them in life skills. So our trainees, we call them trainees because they're part of a training program. In reality, they're employees of the business from day one, and we pay them full award wages from day one. But they live on site with us for 12 months, for 3 days a week, and that allows them to somehow embed the work skills that they learn in their life and vice versa. We talk about a hotel being like a big home. So if you learn to make a bed for yourself, you learn to make a bed for a guest. If you learn to cook for yourself, you learn for a guest, and vice versa. And that sort of meshing of the two happens quite organically, and it just makes it less formal in their learning. We're very hands-on type of learning environment, so we learn by making mistakes, we learn by doing, we learn by practicing. We don't sit down at a desk and teach you how to serve a meal. We actually show you, and we allow you to make mistakes and humanize the experience for the guests as well by experiencing that sort of integration of a work setting. And so the biggest challenge is money, because to provide the right level of support, which is personalized support, while it is a program, it's very individualized. And so every single person comes with their own different challenges and with their own different interests. And so that translates into an expensive program, or at least, into a complex program that needs money to be supported. So we support our trainees on a 1-2-3 basis while they're here. And the support is given by both people with disability support experience, but also from hospitality experience. And then, like any new business, the startup phase, it's exciting, but it's challenging. You don't have the capacity to do all the things that a bigger business can do. And so you need to do things like on a smell of an oily rag and so, I do everything. I mean, I've got a good team now, but, I still build furniture and do the gardening sometimes and do the marketing and do all sorts of things and raise money. So the biggest challenge is to reach the point and the size and the scale to be self-sustaining, because at the moment, most of our funding is either NDIS or philanthropy and fundraising, and it is hard work to raise funds on a constant basis. So that's probably the biggest challenge.
And I think it'd be really important for us to ask the question around the big challenge, your personal physical challenge. Maybe you could explain a bit about that.
I'm actually sitting here currently wearing my official shirt for the run that shows the course. So in 2 days from today, I will be embarking in a bit of a crazy challenge that someone planted in my head and I stupidly accepted. And I'll be physically running literally from Mount Victoria, the site of our first hotel, all the way to Canberra, 400 kilometers over 13 days, 13 stages, some with some friends, some by myself with a lot of support, trying to join the dots between the two hotels, because we've just opened a new academy in Canberra, at McKeel Canberra, arriving in Parliament House on the 21st of March, which is World Down Syndrome Day. Down syndrome is it's a disability that Hotel Etico was born around, but it's also one of the most prominent disabilities that we work with. And it's a way of raising funds. We've already raised 110,000. We want to raise much more than that, but we've had a lot of support, but also really to take the message across the state. And so every stage I'll be finding as many opportunities as possible to talk to people. We have a number of activations already organized in 3 or 4 key spots along the way. But, I talk, and I will be focusing more on talking to people than running. The running is just the moving from one spot to the other. And so, if we can spread the message and show what we do and what we mean and what we're trying to achieve and the results we've achieved, I think it will be justified to embark in this crazy challenge.
Yeah, it sounds incredible and brave, very courageous.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of unknowns. I mean, everything is planned, everything in place. I've done a lot of training, could have done more, but as Nick would know, as a runner, a lot of things can go wrong. The longer you run, the more things can go wrong. So,
that's right.
But I always use long distance running as a big metaphor for life and for business. My staff always, hears me talking about how much I learn from running in terms of running and troubleshooting and adapting and having a plan, but then adapting it along the way. Coming out of black holes and sort of realizing that you can get out eventually. So I love that metaphor and that parallel with the real world.
Yeah, absolutely.
And to be honest, I also said a few other times that compared to the challenge that young people with intellectual disability face in terms of being included in society, is just a little blip. I will do it over 13 days. They do it over their entire life. So I think it's a little sacrifice that I can make.
Wow, yes, well said. Very moved by that. Want to just hear those amazing results that you mentioned as well. I think that's important.
Yes, we're very proud of them. So
Yeah.
we work very intensely with groups of 15 at a time in each site. And so far, we're very proud of the fact that because of our approach, 82% of our graduates, which is 95% of the people that have started with us, so 82% of our graduates have not just, they've secured employment, but they've kept employment. And so now we're 5 years into it. So I mean, often the traditional approaches of helping people with disability to find employment are short-term results, hang around about the 25-30% success rates, and they're often not tracked longitudinally, but they're sort of short-term. We take a lot of effort into building relationships with the hotel industry. We've won lots of awards, from the Human Rights Awards all the way down to Disability Service Awards, as well as Hotel Access and Inclusion Awards and Innovation Awards. And then I think it's a great recognition of the success that we are achieving. And the fact that we've been able to uncover the appetite that the industry has to do the right thing and to employ people with disability. I mean, they're always short of people. And we've got people. We've got people that are willing to work, that are skilled, that have had experience, and then we provide the support. And so that, I think, is a perfect recipe to create success. So there's still a lot of work to be done, don't get me wrong, you know, like one thing is appetite, another thing is actually implementing what you want to do and having a strategy and actually sticking with it. But we partner with 27 hotels around the city and beyond at the moment, and they've been with us since the beginning, and the number is growing, and they keep employing 1, 2, 3, 4 young people that graduate from us. We also work with other businesses. We work with Baker McKenzie, a law firm in the city that employs one of our graduates, and they've just started actually a major work experience program with us, giving paid work experience and supported work experience to 12 of our young trainees. Customer service skills are very transferable to a lot of different environments, and so we're not just limited to finding jobs in hotels, even though that's the first protocol, but to any other employer, and we're there to support. So yes, success has been there. And it's been quite sustained. Those statistics actually have been pretty consistent from day one, so we're very proud of that. And we're looking forward to now spreading our wings across the country, because our vision is to be present in every corner of the country, and I think we've got the right formula.
Oh, brilliant. And congratulations.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
And maybe just as we finish up, I was wanting to see if there's any anecdotal examples of people that you've been really moved by, or where you've been surprised, or anything that you could share.
You're asking me who the favorite child is. You can't ask that of a parent.
No names.
You know, like every single trainee is an incredible story for us, whether they are, you know, successful at securing jobs as part of the 82%, or whether they're still looking for jobs, or whether they finished or didn't finish the program. So the journeys are all incredibly valuable and important, as much as each the other one. But, you know, we have, you know, like a young trainee who joined us who was virtually non-verbal or very withdrawn and not having had work experiences, and now he has a couple of jobs in hotels. He works at breakfast service. He's studying to get his driver's license. He's just done training or independent travel by himself, and he's now actually back working with us as well, because he wants to add other skills in housekeeping, because initially he was just doing F&B. Then we have another young man who's an incredible star. He joined us, a young man with autism that joined us at a relatively low point of his youth, very confused and very isolated, and he's now a qualified chef in one of our hotel partners. He has a car, he has a driver's license, he's bought a couple of investment properties. He's doing better than me. He's becoming a great ambassador of the program. And, you know, they're just two stories, but there's so many others. And the other thing that is incredible is it's not just the story of the individual trainees, but their families. The families go through an incredible journey of independence and growth themselves. Often families, while incredibly supportive of their children, can be often the people that sort of hold them back a little bit because they're always protecting them, and so we create that space for them. And then the other amazing story, apart from the industry that we talked about, is the individual guests. Every individual guest that comes through the hotel experiences disability in an integrated work setting where young people with disability work with people without disability. They're in their face, front and center. They see them working, they interact, and every single guest becomes an ambassador of the model, and they come back and they spread the word, and so it's a very 360-degree type of approach that doesn't just change the individual and their families, but the industry and the general community, because that creates a demand, right? That creates a demand for this integration.
And I think the great moment for us to mention that both Freya and I are now ambassadors for you, because we stayed at the Hotel Etico last night.
Amazing.
We had dinner there with friends, and we met people with disabilities, and what a beautiful hotel. It's got so much character and heritage, and the food was beautiful. But most importantly, the staff who have disability, we were moved by them, and it was so lovely to meet them and know that this is part of their life, and to get paid.
Correct.
As people with disabilities, we know what it's like when people want people with disabilities to do things, but do it for nothing, and to hear that they actually get paid is so
we're very proud of that. We're very proud of that, and it's a way of normalizing things, for lack of a better word, but also humanizing the experience of staying in a hotel, right? Because often a hotel can be a little bit impersonal, can be a little bit all the same, and you don't really get to meet amazing people, right? Occasionally you do, absolutely. The hotel industry puts a lot of effort into that, but we just humanize the hotel experience, and I think that's and we're trying to do that now by embedding academies inside other hotels and working with industry, and I think we're on the road to that, and we're very proud of that. So I'm glad that you had a good time at the hotel.
And I always just appreciate that diversity being present as well everywhere. Like, it's so enlivening.
Absolutely.
So well, thank you so much for your time, Andrea.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Andrea.
Amazing.
Thank you for tuning in to Humaning with a Difference.
You can find our contact details in the show notes, and happy humaning.